Stephen in Sacramento, California asks, if you could go back in time and had the chance to interview Paul, what 3 questions would you ask him?
Oh, goodness.
If you can't think of 3, one will do.
Well, there are some classic passages. I still, when I read 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 2 following, which is about women wearing head coverings in church, I think I get what he's basically wanting to say, that when women are leading in worship, they should look like women and not be pretend men. That's fine. But the argument he actually uses about the creation of man and woman and the image and so on does seem to me out of kilter with the other things he says about humans being in the image of God. And I'd love just to tease out whether I'm missing out on something there. And
I spoke to someone who's written a book on that, and they go down the line that they believe he's quoting others back to them.
Yes.
Is that a sort of...
This is a lady from Cheltenham. Or,
it is, yes. But, names escape me just at this very moment, but yes.
You can flash it up on the screen at this point. I know that argument. I am not yet convinced by that, but since I read it, I haven't studied it in detail. I haven't been back and actually worked through the detail. That's one thing. I think I would like to know more about his imprisonments in Ephesus. I've argued in the biography that there was definitely an Ephesian imprisonment, and that his suffering there was what caused this deep poetry of Philippians 2 and Colossians 1 and so on to emerge. And I'd love to know whether that's actually the right way of looking at that. I would like to know whether in the dark 10 years after he goes back to Tarsus, whether he was ever married, whether he did have a wife, and if she left him or died or whatever. We simply don't know, and he is carefully elusive about that in 1 Corinthians 7. So there are questions like that. But of course, the main things would have to do with Jesus, because Paul is a Jesus man. That's what he's most passionately interested in.